This is my first solo single. I'm very excited about it, and it's a Bonnie Raitt song called Like I'll Make You Love Me, which is a ballad, and I've turned it into a EDM track. So it's a beautiful song. It's the reason I wanted to become a musician, and I wanted to share that with the world.
Now, what were the challenges facing you when you started your singing career? Were they different to when you first started acting?
When I started acting, I guess I didn't know anything. I was like, okay, how do you do this? So I had to learn everything on the job. And the same way, I think with music, it's been learning on the job, though music has been something I've been familiar with since I was a kid.
You've played a lot of roles: seductress, serial killer, even an animated plane.
Yeah.
What's been the most challenging so far?
I think the challenge lies more in trying to do something different every single time than doing what I'm doing. I'm an actor and I like to play different parts. I like to be different people, and my job allows me to do that. And more than that, I think it's really fascinating for me to now, be a musician actor. For me, this whole thing is very new and extremely fascinating and very, very challenging.
Coming up, you're doing a biopic film about Mary Kom.
More than it being a biopic on Mary Kom, it's a story of every girl who decides that I don't want to be limited. I don't want to be put into a box. I want to be more than what I'm supposed to be. As women, we're always told that this is what you should be. This is what you should do. And here's a girl who is born to rice paddy farmers in a far-off northeast of India, and she becomes a 5-time world boxing champion and has 2 children and is still, she's just 33 years old, so she's a huge achiever, someone who we take as our pride and joy, and it's a big challenge to be playing that part, especially getting punched in the face. That's hardcore.
And before that, we've got Gunday, of course, coming up soon.
I love the music of Gunday, and I think the film is going to be something that people will love.
You started your career in a beauty pageant. How do you view beauty pageants now?
It taught me so much. For me, it was the turning point in my life. I grew up really soon, and it was an amazing experience, and I think that being a part of something competitive, for me the beauty pageant was a lot more than just being about being beautiful. It was having personality, being intelligent, and being told that in front of the whole world. It was amazing for me.
You've been quite vocal about issues affecting women and girls. There's been a lot of talk here in England. This week we saw some statistics suggesting that girls were being aborted in the UK, especially amongst the South Asian community. How do you raise awareness about a sensitive subject like that?
It is very sensitive, but as sensitive as it is, it's very real. It's something that exists in the world that we live in. I take it very seriously. For me, the education of the girl child and the upbringing of a girl child is very, very important. There are so many parents which come up to me and tell me, I'd rather feed my children than send one of them to school because we can't afford it. Primary education is mandatory in India now. And more than anything, it's a mindset kind of thing. And especially, I've read statistics in England too. A child is a child is a child. Whether it's a girl or a boy, it's the ammunition that you give them is what will make them, be able to live their lives standing on their own feet. Whether it's a boy or a girl, you can always rely on your children depending on how much you give to them. And I think this is an awareness that people need to find the kindness in their hearts to know that, it's a child. That's all it is. It's a child, and it deserves to live.